Hey there, my name's Kevin Camm. I'm the extension agent for both 4-H and Agriculture and Natural Resources for Virginia Cooperative Extension in the city of Lynchburg. And we're at the Davis Instructional Garden, or the DIG site, which is at Humankind. This site is maintained by the Hill City Master Gardener Association. The Hill City Master Gardeners are Extension Master Gardener volunteers that have tons of knowledge about horticulture and that they're going to want to educate you for all of this good information. So today we're going to learn about fences. In the city of Lynchburg, homeowners and gardeners alike give us a call all the time and say, something's going on with my plants. They keep disappearing. They keep getting eaten. What do I do? Well, in the city of Lynchburg, if you're a gardener, you're used to having deer and groundhogs and voles and rabbits and all of these other animals. They want to eat too, and they want to eat your garden. So what do? Well, there's a few things that we can do, especially if we're gardening, to help prevent these type of pests. Number one, the most obvious one, is putting a fence up. Now this is a deer fence that it's really easy to put up. It comes in a large roll, and you can put in some T-posts, just pound them into the ground, and then you just spread it along, and then you can zip tie them to the poles. And I want to if you can just show just down here. I know it's some weeds, but now when you put a deer fence up, of course it's going to help prevent the deer, but also when you install it, you want to keep a little level and to go out with the fence. As you can see, this fence goes out a good 6 to 8 inches. Now sometimes you can bury the fence because there are other animals that live in the ground that can just crawl right through, right under that. So we want to make sure that we go down or we can go out to prevent things such as rabbits to come through. Okay. Also too, if you'd like, you can even go down, create a trench and go down with the fence to help prevent against groundhogs and voles. So this hoop right here, sometimes we'll drape some fabric over top of this to speed up the process of plants growing, but also too is to also keep other things out that we don't want into the small stages of the plant's development. Here you see a wire mesh. Now this is very important because animals such as the groundhogs or rabbits or voles can't get through this mesh, and it's located on the end down here where it's a little bit vulnerable for raised beds. This mesh here is located under these raised beds, and you can't really see it, but it is a barrier of defense because as it's down in the ground, animals such as the groundhogs and voles, they cannot penetrate through this. But one thing that can penetrate through this is the good soil and earthworms and the roots. So that allows the plants to continue to grow, but it prevents these other organisms from gnawing on your underneath of the plant. Now, what you're looking at now is a good shot of the Davis Instructional Garden. And it's surrounded by a fence because in Lynchburg, we have a horrible deer problem. And deer want to eat all of the good stuff that you're growing just like you. Now, we do put up a fence because deer can jump. And if you look, this is pretty tall. This goes up to about 8 to 10 feet, just this fence alone, because the deer cannot jump that high. They can get around 6 to 7 feet, but when it gets up to here, they're going to be prevented from going inside of here. But one thing that won't be prevented from crossing this fence are our pollinators that are going to love on our garden and start to pollinate all of our vegetable plants so we can have some nice, healthy, and good-looking fruit. So when you have a garden, whether it be a raised bed or in ground, it's important to know that wildlife want that garden as much as you do. So when you put a lot of work into a garden, we want you to reap the benefits of that garden. So it may be something that you need to consider, and that is to put a fence around your garden just to keep it safe. If you have any questions about fencing for gardens or raised beds, give us a call at the Extension office, 434-455-3740. Happy gardening.